Hello, cheers. Thanks so much for joining me for this video today. Um, kind of got a little bit on my mind related to Elon Musk's emails about his staff being required to return to work for at least 40 hours a week, starting like now or yesterday or I can't remember exactly what the text was, but my interpretation of this from a more values-based HR lens is that Elon is in charge of a freaking huge organization, right? Like tons and tons and tons of employees all over the world doing so many different things, and is a person who he references in his emails like sleeping in the factories and like being there all the time, and that level of dedication and a commitment is what brought him as a founder, as a CEO, as a one of the most wealthy people in the world to the position that he's in today. And there are like lots of things that are required in order to do what he has done. And so I think that in building a system like the huge multinational corporation that is his, and all the different arms that there are of it, requires a hierarchy, and it requires a really strict hierarchy and a very clear chain of command, right? With him at the head of the whole organization. And I get this a lot from founders. Like, I had to do all of these things in order to get my business to where it is now. And so all of my staff have to do what I did because they're working for me. Like, they have to do now what I have done in order to continue working for me. And that doesn't resonate with your staff. Like, as much as that is the path that you have chosen and the way that you have chosen to live your life, that justification for requiring things like working 60, 80, 90, 100-hour weeks, or not having vacations, like sacrificing in order to achieve and grow, doesn't necessarily resonate with people, and it especially doesn't necessarily resonate with younger people who are entering the workforce. Seeing it doesn't surprise me that a lot of heads of larger, more bureaucratic organizations are, making requirements like this at this time. It is disappointing to me because I think that it leaves out just a huge body of work and understanding of the different varying needs of humanity in order to continue in work and for work to be sustainable for people. However, I do see that there are many people who I work with that are trying to find these other pathways forward with their staff. There was actually one, I love astrology, and so I subscribe to this channel. It's Chani is the name of the app, and there's a woman who runs it, and she was sharing some information. Well, she was sharing some jobs recently. She was sharing some positions that are open in her company, and the list of benefits there just like made me, like, I literally cried as I was reading it. It was like, unlimited time off for women for female-bodied employees during their cycle. and 4 months of paid maternity and paternity leave, and leave for gender-based violence, for experiencing gender-based violence. And I encourage you to check out their careers page if that's something that interests you, because there were a lot of really insightful and beautiful and I think important offerings there for their staff. So yeah, thanks for listening to my 2 cents on requiring people to return to work for 40 hours a week, and also providing a benefit suite that is a little bit different and more values aligned.